Hello friends, how are you doing today? Really, how are you? Welcome to episode 29 of Is It Expired? Okay, I'm gonna have to make this short and sweet because my camera is about to die. Good start, bravo. With that, hi, my name's Kirsty. If you're new here, I make questionable decisions, both in life and with makeup. Just in general, all around. With that being said, here is my disclaimer. Please do not use expired makeup. I know what the potential consequences could be, and I'm taking those risks for myself. Obviously, I do take some precautions before I go on and put a 13-year-old product on my face, such as checking for scent, texture, consistency, and I do a patch test. So I always make sure I try that before going ahead and doing my full face. The reason I'm doing this is I have a lot of products. A lot. I am a makeup lover. I have been a makeup artist for about, 15 years almost. Crazy. And with that, my collection has accumulated. I also have hoarder mentality when it comes to these things, and I don't like throwing things out unless I can see a genuine reason, not just, oh hey, this is 5 years old, it's time to go in the bin. So I let a random number generator pick 5 items. I use those for a week and I see how they're doing. If any of those things I listed have gone off, they get in the bin immediately, and then I check for the performance during the week to see if the product just doesn't work the same way. Obviously, those things are getting decluttered as well. So let's see what I picked last week, see a couple looks that I came up with, and then we'll move along, moving to this week. Let's keep in mind, I don't love the look today. Like, it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted it to. So let's just move past that. Let's move on. Just, we're going to try again to get what I wanted, but I just don't have the time to take everything off and try again. So let's just move on to week 28, and then we'll move on to week 29. Last week was a pretty good week. I did get ready, I do believe, 4 times, and then chaos ensued at work, and I just didn't have time anymore. It is what it is, but at least I got ready a few times, so I was able to try these products, I believe, 3 or 4 times each. Not a bad week, considering. Let's start with my Glowish by Huda Beauty Luminous Pressed Powder in Fair Cool 1.5, which I can't open apparently. No nails on, just can't work plastic. This is just a finishing powder. It's fine. This is only a couple of months old. I got it at the end of 2023, so no issues there. I don't feel one way or the other about it, to be completely honest. It is just a finishing powder for me, a setting powder. I don't use it as a powder foundation in itself because I like a liquid, but I will use it on top just to mattify everything and to give a base for my powder products. But I don't love it, I don't hate it. It's just kind of around, and it will be something that gets used because I go through my powders, just powders in general, these type of products really, really quickly. So it is what it is, and let's move on. Good, I just broke a nail. What a mess. I'm trying to let them grow. These are my natural nails, and putting on press-ons all the time does wreck the integrity of the nail bed. So I'm trying to give them a little bit of a break, but now they're just smashing, crashing, that kind of thing. Let's move on to my Rose Ink Lip and Cheek Color in Hydrangea. Love this. This is only about a year old, and I don't know what to say about it either. I really do like this. It's a beautiful color. It feels so nice. It's just smooth and goes on really beautifully. I found that I can put it on over or under powder products, which is phenomenal, and it always does my skin justice. So I do really like this, and it's just going right back to its home. This here is my Makeup Revolution I Heart Revolution Raspberry Lip Gloss. This came in one of my chocolate bar giant sets for Christmas one year, either 4 or 5 years ago. I don't remember. But this one is so close to being empty that I did remove the stopper, and now it's kind of messy. I don't love that, but there's still so much product in here. However, if I try to pull it out, it's just a mess. But if I look at the actual product, there is so much windowing in here. It's getting very clear on the inside, so I know there's not a ton of product left, and I just want to add it to gentle to my little area of products that I want to use up in 2024. I think this is something that I can definitely get going for my collection this year. So it's going in that spot. Alright, next here I have the Shop Miss AOA Studio Muse Liquid Liner. Not a lot to say. This is less than a year old. I just opened it for this project. It is not the liquid eyeliner I use on a day-to-day. That one has a brush tip. This one has a felt tip. And I don't love the felt tip. I gotta be honest. The brush tip is my jam. But once I'm done with that, I will just move over to this, use it up, get it going, and then probably move back to the brush tip. Not much to say about this. Last for last week, this is my Jaclyn Hill Dark Magic palette. Now I'm going to put a couple of looks up here. I got a little wild last week. So the reason I kind of went deep, dark, and bold, to say the least, is because look at the palette. Like, it is deep, dark, and bold, and I wanted to really play with this blue, so I did. I really played with this blue, and not a dent. And I felt like I used so much product doing just those two looks. And then I did a couple other looks during the week where I went a little more natural. I went just a little more basic. It was days that I was going to leave the house, so I didn't want to be quite that intense. Don't get me wrong, if you are the type of person who loves to go all out and go out, all the power to you. I just can't do it most days. I like to do a little more natural if I'm going out and doing things. That's who I am. I guess I'm an introvert, so I find that if I do big, bold, fancy, people will generally come up and make comments, whether they be positive or negative. People will generally comment, and I have anxiety, so the least amount of attention I can bring to myself in public, the better. So I do generally go quite natural if I'm leaving the house. But I did get some good looks out of this. I think that they are things that I would like to do again, so it's just going back into its home. This is about 5 years old. 4, 5, something around there. It's like mid-age in my collection, so I would like to get a little more love on it, but pigment is still beautiful, blendability was wonderful, so it's going home. It's going right back into its home. Okay. That was week 28. Really just numbers are all getting kerfuffled up in the brain here. Let's move on to week 29, which is the look I have today. Let's start here. Ooh, I have 2 Colourpop items, which is, I don't have a ton of Colourpop. I was actually considering, with everything I'm bringing into my collection in the next couple of weeks here, I've made a couple orders. I have one from the Sephora sale that I want to bring in. I was thinking about doing a Colourpop order. I don't know. I've been on the site and I put things in my cart and then I just exit. And I've been doing that a lot lately, but I haven't made a Colourpop order in a couple of years, and I don't know, I'm on the fence. It might be something I do this year, it might not be. What do you guys think? Colourpop order? Are we loving Colourpop as much as we used to? Because that was kind of the thing too. There are some things that catch my eye, but not nearly the way that they used to. I don't know, that might just be me. We'll see. This, however, is the Kitsch blush. This is a couple of years old now. This would have been from my very last Colourpop order that I made, so I think the end of 2022-ish? Mid-2022? Yeah, around there somewhere. And it's beautiful. Love it. It's a beautiful orangey coral tone, which is totally my jam, but it's not overwhelming on the face. And I kind of went pretty heavy-handed with it today, and yet I do not look like an overwhelming orange. So I love that. I do really like this blush, and I'm excited to keep using it for the week. Let's just stay on the Colourpop track right now. This is the Lilac You A Lot palette. Again, I can't open these things. This is a little bit older. I think this is 3.5 years old, something like that. I've only made 2 Colourpop orders ever. However, they have been massive hauls. So I've gotten quite a few products in both hauls, and I think I'm due. I feel like I'm due, but we'll see. This is really beautiful, obviously very, very monotone. Nothing is working. And that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to do a monochromatic, intense wing cut crease kind of vibe here, and it worked to a point, but it just wasn't what I had in my head. So it's something that I think I want to try again until I get it right. You know what I'm saying? And it's not so terrible that, you know, I had to wash it off and try again, but it's still just not where I wanted it to be. It is what it is. But I am excited to keep using this. I love these colors. I don't actually do purples a lot, so this is kind of fun for me. And yeah. All I really did today was, the base is actually a Danessa Myricks Colourfix base. I think it's in Desert Rose, and that's what I put on just as almost like a primer and to give everything the oomph I wanted. And then I went in with Filt'r, which is the warm toned purple here, and I really just did the entire wing with it. Did in the crease, did the wing. I blended everything out with Zoned Out just to try and make it not so harsh. And then the lid is a little bit something else with Cloud on top. And the reason I'm not telling you what it is quite yet is because it's also in this week, so you won't be seeing it a lot. But Cloud on top, just to give it a little extra pop. So I'm excited to play with this. I'm excited to try this look again, hopefully get it closer to what I wanted it to be, but we're gonna see what we can do. We're gonna play. And I want to do that more this week because it calms me, it relaxes me, and I have been needing that lately because work has been chaos. Nothing but pure chaos. And I love my job, but I just need to take some time for myself in my outside hours and, you know, play with some makeup. Get a little makeup meditation in, you know? Moving on. This is another one of my Stila lip glazes. This is in the shade Strawberry Cream. It's just a very, very light lip gloss. Nothing crazy about it. Obviously, I do have a lip liner and a lipstick on. Those will be listed in the description box below. Again, that didn't want to come out of my mouth properly. I forced it. There was a lot of work put in, some brain power. But I really, really like these, and they are all like half empty. So I'm trying to work on them. This is not in the ones that I want to particularly use up this year. Like I said, I do have like a pile of stuff that I want to get used up in 2024. This is not one of them, but it's something that I think I can work on and hopefully get it used up in at least, you know, the next year or so. I think so. So, working on this. It's just something easy that you could even throw in your bag if you go out. If you're a normal human being that goes out. I am not. But I do like this, and I think I'll get a little bit of use on it this week. Last. These are my Give Me Glow single shadows that I picked up, last year. Yeah, these are new. Oh, the Stila, like, these come up quite often, so I kind of forgot, but this is 8 or 9 years old. It's old, which is why a few of them are in my pile to use up this year. This, however, is only about a year. The color that I picked, the picked color, you know, whatever way my brain wants to blurt out these words today, is Jellyfish. So it does go really well with the Lilac You A Lot palette. It's just purple on purple on purple. That is going to be my week. Beautiful color. You don't have to use a lot. I love it. I really do. It's one of my favorite shades in my entire collection, so I'm excited to use it. I don't know if you can tell, but there is already like a dent in it because I've already used it quite often, and it's, 6 months old? So I'm excited to use it for the week, and that is exactly what I have on my lid with that cloud shade just popped with my finger over top just for a little extra pizzazz. Not that this does not have a ton of pizzazz on its own, it really does. I just wanted something a little bit lighter along with it. But that's everything. My week is going to be very purple. And I'm going to see like how many different looks I can do. Like I said, I do specifically want to try this again to nail down exactly what I feel like wasn't on this look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like something's missing or just not quite right. So I want to try it again and try to figure out what I don't like about it and, you know, put on my face what my brain is thinking, which is very hard. The brain to face thing is just, it's a trick. It's a whole feat in itself. But I'm going to keep trying. And then I'm going to try to do, you know, just a few other things that are quite different so that it's not just the same look over and over again, so that I have something exciting to show you next week. Yeah. All right, that's it. That's all. Like I said, I needed to do this as quick as possible because I probably have 5 minutes of battery left. Whoops. I should go plug this in. Yeah. All right, so have yourselves a wonderful day, evening, weekend, journey, and I will see you all next time.